Okay.
Jamuhuri Day. What do you make of it? The celebrations yesterday, the strides we've made as a country. Are we there? Are we not there? What are we supposed to do? What have we done wrong? What have we done right?
Jamuhuri Day for me is just it's just a normal celebration.
Okay.
Because it is just they're actually trying to give. It's just a normal celebration for me. It doesn't make any change. Where we just come and see the president giving us a speech. The speech is almost predictable, depending on the issues that are there within the country. So for me, it's not something that I really look up to. For me, it's just a holiday.
That's pretty much sad. Sebi, at what point did it become normal that, sincerely speaking, Independence Day across the country, countries celebrate their Independence Day and they look at it as though it is everything? When we look at the fight that our forefathers put, and now today, it's not just him, but technically everybody will tell you that's just a day like any other day. The good bit about it is that no, we do not go to the office, we do not go to school, and it's a holiday.
I think the bottom truth is that we've normalized almost everything due to we are not true to our words. Why would you get independence or treat it as something so special if you can't if you can't align what that means to the current lifestyle?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, people, there's a lot of ethnic, tribal issues. There's a lot of issues underlying that people are not talking about. So therefore you think, if the Independence Day was supposed to save us, and we're supposed to celebrate it, what's the essence if things are not being done the right way?
Let's be honest, Kidugo, Kabloti. Have we become a nation of litigants, or, you know, full of litigations? Because, sincerely speaking, since 1963, is there nothing to show completely?
I think tutasema tu kidogo tuna make step 5 mbele, 20 nyuma. That's what we are doing as a country.
Yeah, that is.
Because like una imagine 450 tulikuwa tuna celebrate Jamuhuri Day ya 55th 55th na for all that time still mpaka waleo tunalia kuhusu unemployment ya mayouth. For all that time wakulima wanalia. For all that time biashara zinalia. Forget. So when these guys wamekusanyika pale Nyayo Stadium, kitu tu naona ndaisema kwa lugha ya mtaa ni wamekaa tu ni aje tukaeni hapa tupange hawase. So always wanatupanga tu, wanatucheza ka chess. Hii songe Queen aende huku, King aende huku. So game imekuwa tu ni hiyo for all that time.
All right. Okay. Why? Eric, why, sincerely speaking? Is it because we've left it for the leadership that, you know, sometimes, you know, some of the quotes that key figures have been on board, I argue that, you know, sometimes we just want to leave the burdens to be solved by the leadership. Forgetting the fact that the very same leadership has created this kind of burden for their very own interest. So it's pretty much hard for them to proceed and make any changes. Back then, of course, during the time of independence, we had the older Kenyatta, and then today we have another Kenyatta. And like he rightfully puts it, the same old story, poverty, the same old story, corruption, the same old story, unemployment, issues to do with the economy, you know, a dwindling economy by the day. Is it because we've left it for the leadership? And, you know, we sort of tend to sit down equally, and so we should be blamed also.
Before we came in here, we had our friends Congo, the Congolese, the twins. And one thing that maybe we can start from there, give it as a case study. In Congo, the conflict that is still there is because of, it's actually driven by the leaders. How? You know, they keep on driving, I mean, why? They keep on driving the conflict so that they can benefit as leaders. Now, still here in Kenya, if we don't have such employment, as my brother keeps on putting it, we don't have employment. I mean, if we have employment, if we have the farmers and everything is going on well within the system, if the have-nots actually are being uplifted in terms of whatever they're having, then the politicians will have nothing to do. So that's the reason for me, I'll keep on saying that, as you're saying that tunachezwa kama chase, is the reason because they must always create a problem for them to solve, because they are the guys who have it. And that's where the problem is.
What is our role then? Because when we talk about them who have come into our country, which we celebrate, because when we are Africans, we want Africa and we'd love to stay together, cohabit together. Some of them tell their stories, Sebi, and you know what they say? If they would not trade their peace for anything. And because they have experienced it, they have felt the tough times, you know, that are caused by political instability. And when they come to this other side, they purpose to thrive. And true to it, in the music industry, in numerous industries within, however minute the industries might look, they are thriving in a country that is not their own, while our youths are out here complaining. Is it because then we have also adapted that factor of becoming a lazy nation? When you take a look at what happened you know, in South Africa in regards to xenophobic attacks, yeah, them attacking fellow Africans in the name of, oh, you're coming to take our jobs. But as it is, they say that, you know, when you go there, they're just lazy. It's an easy moment for them. So when foreigners come on board, they give it their all. Then are we adapting that factor of being a lazy nation and now pointing fingers at the government as opposed to us doing what we can do in our very own special capacity?
Linda, to be honest, I want to tell you something. I think the problem does not lie with the politicians. I think we are the problem because we know we are losing. Right. We are still following these guys. I'll give you a case, very sensitive, but it's the truth. As a group of citizens are going to block roads, or probably they are on their maandamano, that their governor is facing a charge.
And corruption charges.
These guys are inconveniencing other citizens who are going to work, right? Now you ask yourself, Linda is being charged for corruption. I am still supporting her. The same person, you still want to say so-and-so is corrupt. You are supporting your person. So, sisi, kama wananchi, where do we stand? Where is our integrity? Where is our value, our role and responsibility as a citizen, right? 1. 2, same guys. I mean, they all swear that true to my words, I will serve the public interest. You'll realize that the same Senate guys that are supposed to oversee the grafts or whatever is happening are the same people representing the same people in court. And this is, they say that, oh, why is doctor not supposed to treat someone because they are criminal? That's not it. This is a case of leadership and integrity. Look at it this way. I am supposed to oversee what you do and then put a tick. The same me now wants to change your deeds to suit you.
It's a little bit conflicting, by the way. I think I agree with you. Yeah. And for a moment, I think on this one, I'm a little bit, I would call, ignorant. Yes. Because then there's also this factor that says, once you want to get into public office, then you're supposed to resign, for instance, from the duty. So then there's some level of conflict within here. It's okay, that is a practice, and they are allowed to practice any other time. But then, doesn't it bring some level of conflict?
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
It's completely it's a reflection of hypocrisy. I'll double edge. I mean, we are just sitting on the fence. And look at it this way. Because now I don't like this person, now I think he's corrupt. But because I like this person, I think he's good. Look at a case where guys were saying IBC was not free and fair. The same people are challenging their election, saying mine was free. So which one was free, which one was not free?
Which was not,
I think we are not true.
You do not trust this body, but on your very own special case, you think they did a good thing.
Because it suits me.
Because it suits you. Interesting. And when you brought about the question of us being sycophants, politics of sycophancy, in the sense that we're always out there and we're saying that we're mwizi, lakini ni mwizi wetu, and something of the sort. Kaploti, when you look at such a scenario, what would get you as a youth, to wake up this morning and decide that, oh, I'll go on the streets, help, the rest of the team demonstrate just because our very own leader has been taken to the EACC, our very own leader has been, apprehended or something of the sort. What would get you to that point? Let's just be honest. Nini inawezafanya utoke?
Mimi kivyangu mimi. Kulingana na mimi. First of all, wewe ukifanya ufisadi au kufanya na mimi.
Ndio.
Umenipata? So, usiningoje niende kwa street. Hiyo tusidanganyane.
Wale huenda unafikiri
wale huenda kuna scenario mbili hapa.
Yes.
Hao watu wamepatiwa kakitu.
Sasa nikuulize, are we poor to that point yenye ukipewa 1K uko willing kwenda kukulana na matiagas, kukulana na magasho? Like, are we poor?
Can I be honest? Kuna wase hiyo tao ana.
I know.
Ako mbele na nyuma ana. Amekuja mpigwe hiyo tao. Ataenda. Kuna watu tu wako hivyo. Na demographics za life pia hatutoshani kimfuko. Kuna mtu tu wenye ako udu na akipatiwa hiyo thao ataenda.
Eric, would you do the same sincerely? Wacha tukuulize, like, you know, sometimes we point fingers at these people and not looking at the other side of the coin. Like, sincerely, where you're a man, say 30 something, and you have a young family, and lenye unaamka asubuhi hakuna mbele wala nyuma, uoni dalili, and then someone tells you shika hii 1k, enda tu pige kelele hapo kwa mlango alafu uchangamke. Wouldn't you do the same?
Obviously, I'll do the same.
Yeah.
You know why? And again, me, I'm a man of statistics, because of, you know, and one thing is the statistics that are actually there is that 50% of the people within our Kenyan economy, 50% of them are being paid 30,000 and below.
Right.
So 30,000 minusing the tax, how much does it come to? Around 25,000.
And the cost of living is
and
there.
Cost of living. So how many people actually living below like that 1,000 in a month? So that trickles down to maybe $1 in a day or something like that. So you're giving me 1,000 in a day, as that example, like, given me. Seriously, I'll go and do that. And I think I'm going back to the haves and haves not. Those who have it, they have a way of playing those who don't have it. And I'll always create a problem so that I can solve it myself. And that's how I'll always keep you in cycle. Because now you're giving me work. Because if you don't have, then it's my work to come after 5 years to come and tell you I'm going to create job. So I'll make sure that there are no jobs so that I don't lose my job.
Oops, interesting.
Then I'll tell him something. If we are going to just sit and think, I need that 1K, that the handout.
Sure.
Yeah. In our in Migori we call it gonya, right? You're going to give me a thousand. Yeah. You see, you give me 1,000 bob. I am in Nairobi. I am experiencing poor sanitation, unemployment, and all this. I think we need to realize that this 1,000 is just for a moment, and it's our responsibility, right, to say, you know what, I don't need your 1,000. I honestly have a problem with somebody trying to curb someone who is charging the biggest, you know, then you want to think, okay, I agree. It's okay.
I know that feeling.
This is 1,000 bob you want. The 1,000 bob you want is for a moment. Of course, you so need it badly, but why can't the change start from us? Because if the person giving us 1,000 is only one person. Who are we? 1,000. I mean, our voices can be heard. Why don't we just say, okay, I am picking your 1,000. I have a problem with Kenyans. We know our way. We know the way forward, but we never do it. There is this analogy of saying, pesa kwa nani, but kura kwa nani. But this kura kwa nani don't work. I have a problem. Why can't it be then? I'll eat from him, but because I know he's a good leader, I will vote him. Okay, let us, hakuna mtu anaweza kataa pesa. Even me, if you bring me money, I will come. Even if it's about going to Jubilee, or it's about going to whatever, Tanga, Kieleweka, I will go, because everybody wants, you know. I think now we are living of God for us all, But this is it. If you are going to the elections, why can't you just do the right thing, even if you ate money? Do you agree with me? It's okay. I don't think these guys hold guns on our heads.
They don't. Nobody cares.
I gave you 1,000. You have to do it. Yes. Yeah. You don't have to.
But let's have this conversation also. I know Kaploti wants to come in regards to that. Every other time we argue that we barely have free and fair elections. And sometimes even that vote that you cast really is not the determinant factor in real sense, because somebody will tell you the system already has the leader that it has placed on board. So in as much as the common mwananchi would say, now enough is enough, I am going to vote a leader who has ideologies, who has a manifesto that I am certain he's going to implement. I mean, you can go there and vote the right thing, but the system says. Is a common mwananchi?
I always keep on asking, who is a common mwananchi? A common mwananchi is the person who doesn't have that employment. Is the person who the taxes are too high for them to continue to do their small enterprise, whatever kind of. You know, they are the people who are actually suffering. And we don't regard our leaders as common wananchi. We regard them as some other people down there. And that's the reason we keep on repeating, common wananchi, common wananchi. It has become the rule of the day. And that has become the center of politics in this country. And so what happens is that the economy will never grow. In fact, going back to where independence came from, we were less than 10 million. Right now, we are close to 50 million. So you're telling me that, going by the statistics and the ratio of how we should be growing, then we actually less than where we're supposed to be because of the growth, of course, the physical growth and the numbers of our growth. So that means even our economy should be growing faster. So that means there's like a problem in between there. And the more we keep on talking about this wananchi is us people who maybe we are receiving less salary, we are unemployment, and that's where the circle of discussions and politics in this country is all about. And as my sister was talking about, we need to rise above that. But again, how? By shunning away ignorance. And people are just ignorant about things, ignorance about their rights and things like those.
All right, so, yes, Kaploti. It's a feel-good Friday in studio, but then again, not really a feel-good one because of the topics that we're talking about. And it's pretty much said, we might be smiling, but reality is that we are headed somewhere bad if we do not address this at an early stage. The conversation online, the conversation across the country has reached a point whereby we're saying, forget about the leadership. I mean, we need to come out. We need to rise as Kenyans. But do we have that unity of purpose? Can we speak in the same language? Can one person say that, you know, wacha nilenge hiyo utao na mimi ni focus on ensuring that tomorrow I have millions and millions in my account?
I'll tell you this, for free, bila hata kuchajisha, sikuchajishi story. Nisikufiche. Unaona hii middle class ndio wanabonga story ya hii.
And do we have a middle class in the first place?
We are supposed to be together, sijui nini, we are sub nini. Hii middle class, as a middle class, hao wenye wanapata salary. Those are the guys wanashinda kila siku revolution, wako kwa keyboard tu nyuma. Matwitter, hashtag nini, but you'll never see them
on the streets.
On the street ama kutake any action. Story ya wagani hashtag zitrend. And then story inaisha. That man ambaye hana salary, ambaye politician ashajua jamaa ndio engine. So politician wa mara nyingi ya deal na middle class. Middle class kidogo amechanuka. Umso wa mtaani huyu hajachanuka na umse ako udu. Umse nkimpiga tao atakama. So one thing, middle class lazima kama siye ni mjanja, atry pia kuchanua. Ase ndio wa common board tuwe na one common vision. Then another thing ambayo ndio issue kubwa hapa. I'll tell you this. Kwa sahi tutabonga tu fiti nini, by the way tunafaa kuwa na leader nini. Wacha ifike hiyo siku. Tuna fall back to tribal cocoons.
Mtu wetu.
Una get? Hata si cha mtu wetu. Mimi siwezi vote ile kabila. Ile kabila nayo yezi ni vote. Una get? So mwisho wa siku hii ni wimbo wa mtoto asiyezaliwa. Tunaimba tu wimbo wa mtoto asiyezaliwa. Sijui itafika time gani watu waache hizo tags za hii ni kabila fulani, huu ni kabila fulani. Tuwe tunaangalia mtu kwa sababu ya umse ana vision gani, anakam kutuduia nini. Unaona? But hiyo siku sijui inakamlini.
Yes, talks, that's interesting. Sincerely, when you listen to that, you sort of feel like, enyewe kusema kweli, where, at what point can we get to that level? And I think I agree with him. Yeah. Easy stories are social media. Social media is good because, well, a revolution, there's always that driving force to it. No matter what you're able to do in your own special capacity. But we also need to look at the dangers that come along with it. I've taken a look at different occurrences in different African countries. As it stands right now, 3/4 of the African countries are, you know, languishing in poverty. They're complaining. They are calling for an uprising. You go to Nigeria, the Biafrans, every other time. By the way, a majority of them are out of the country. It's surprisingly, they're not there. Lakini kwa internet, zile moto wanaweka, zile makaa wanaongeza pale, which could be good for them attaining, you know, an independence or a revolution. But reality on ground is that wale watu wanauliwa, wale watu wanashutiwa, wale watu wako kwa streets wana demonstrate ni hao watu wenye anazungumzia kuhusu wao ni wako down. Wale watu pia wanachangewa mind, wanaona hakuna haja ya kungangania revolution because watu wetu wanakufa ni wale. So at what point can we attain that unity? They argue that the BBI is coming to bring in the solution. Have you gone through it? Hata kama ni nusu, because it's quite a huge document and you also do not just want to read through it hivi alafu ujiambie umesoma. You want to internalize and understand it. Do you suppose then that these talks that are being brought by the very same leadership are going to bring us any kind of change?
Linda, to be honest, I know so many people fear talking on national TV because you don't want to be quoted.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
I don't think our solutions are in all these policies we come up with. Honestly, we had the best constitution ever, and we've not even gotten to an 1/8 of this constitution. However, we can still model or change and even adapt to this BBI. The question is, will it be implemented? We are talking of electoral reforms, IEBC, the chairman to be changed to what, the what to be done to those. We have the commissioners. Will they be true to their words? Right. That, you know what, this is the thing. 2010 electoral reforms came on board before 2013 elections. What happened to 2013? Chaos. There was no free and fair, or whatever.
It wasn't.
There wasn't. What happened to the last one? Same case. Yeah, tumenyang'anywa, blah, blah, blah. Then we came up with a handshake. So it means, I don't think the problem is what we come up with. The problem is implementation. Are we ready to domesticate? Yes. Are we ready to do whatever we want to do? I have a problem with the BBI. I've read a bit of it. Yeah. Number one, I want to tell Kenyans that please read the BBI report. Even if you don't understand, make sure you get a glimpse of what it is. Secondly, can the BBI be translated into common languages, ethnic, tribal? I mean, let a Luo or a Kikuyu or a Kalenjin who cannot understand English get it right, because sometimes Kiswahili also becomes difficult. Let us have this document be presented to people. Tusikue tu watu wa kusukuma vitu. Oh, I don't like punguza mizigo bill. I don't like BBI because it's associated with so and so.
Some of us barely know which one is the correct one, especially on social media. Because
I tell you, I've read a couple of, a lot. I don't even know which one is which. Until I said, guys, can I have the original document? They're all doctored. So what happens is we are making, these guys are making a decision for us. Right. I like this quote that, don't be wary of a decision made to work for you without you. Why would you guys make a decision to work for me if I'm not here? This is
mine. This is yours. Yes. This is going to change your life.
Yes. So if the BBI is talking about inclusivity, first thing first, let us involve every other person, the middle class, the low class, the whatever. Then we had a discussion about who is a middle class, who is a low class, who is a high class. I honestly don't think we have three.
I don't even. Okay.
I think we have one.
Which is?
Which is low class, because they're the majority.
My question exactly, do we even have a middle class?
we don't have the middle class.
Is someone who can afford because if meals a day.
The fact that I can pay my bills or eat doesn't mean I am doing well. That's why the country is depressed. I'll tell you the truth. The country is depressed. So many people are in den drinking because they want to forget. So many people are killing themselves. They're not killing themselves because they want to kill themselves or to die. They want to end the problem. But how do you end the problem?
It's too much for me.
Pressure of life. Yeah. So I don't think our problem is on the papers we bring on board. Problem is implementation.
All right. What bars us from implementing some of these documents that we have? Yes, we can say that we've witnessed some loopholes within the current constitution, but equally, it had its fair share of good things that we would have at least implemented, at least a quarter of it. Then we see the realization of changes that we envision. Do you suppose the leadership then that brings different documents on board is, do they even have the best interest of the common mwananchi at heart? Because what is enshrined in some of these documents, sincerely, is something that you can read in or through, and you say okay, well, if this is going to be implemented, then we probably are going to see some changes. What bars us from implementing these documents or policies that we place on board?
It's just politics. Politics is just self-interest, me, myself, and I. When you know your job is on at stake, you always do your best to remain within the cause of your work. And I think, of course, the whole thing came up with politicians, our so-called leaders, because I don't believe they're leaders, they're just managers of certain issues, corruption and all those things. So they're just coming to show us that they have some leadership skills by bringing on board the BBI. Of course, it's a good document. I've read it. It's actually cementing the good document, the constitution that we have. It's a good one. Where we have self-interest and all those things. It's actually giving a good platform. But at the long run is why they're the same people who created the problem by not actualizing the constitution as it were. And so they're actually saying that the constitution was vague at a certain point, and therefore they're bringing on a BBI, bridging all these things. Why are they bridging things? Where did the things go wrong? Because it's a bridge. They're bringing two things together. And this bridging initiative came after we had the handshake. So this country is actually, we're actually having our own committee and our board, something, because of two people who came together. Because they thought the country can't continue by one surrendering and becoming an opposition leader, and the other one becoming, you know, I'm just speaking this one. So just because there was an handshake, so that means that, I mean, there's a gap. I don't think that is how things should go. We should stop having this country as an individual kind of an asset. You know, our country is an institution by itself. And the BBI, for me, I'm taking it as a personal project by two individuals who are bringing things together so that they can secure their career life. I'm not looking at it in, it's a good document what I'm saying, but it's not a thing for most of us. Yesterday, the president said that we are going to have it, you know, more days are going to be added so that people get to understand what this is all about. It's a good step. We are going to read it, all of us, we're going to have the public participation. But I'm saying it's a good document, but it is a wrong motive because the same leaders are not putting things in place. And they're keeping, their work is to keep on having us a gap and continues giving us problems so that they can solve them. And that's what they, as I keep on saying, they're keeping us in cycles. And I'll not be surprised after 5 or maybe 3, another document will be brought on board. Because now maybe people have shunned ignorance and they have understood. So what will they do? They'll come and bring another document so that they can secure their career and their jobs. And that's the cycle.
Reality of the matter.